Hey everyone, this is Bob from Epic Aperture, and in this video we're going to see what really are the differences between Nikon 50mm 1.8D and Nikon 50mm 1.8G. There are tens, if not hundreds of videos out there in YouTube, and they all compare the bokeh, the sharpness, image quality and everything like that. But still, after watching all those videos, people don't get the real differences between these two lenses. People still have questions about why one works with some cameras and the other one doesn't work with DX bodies, some work with FX bodies and stuff like that. So in this video we're going to look at what really are the differences between these two lenses, which is Nikon 50mm 1.8D and Nikon 50mm 1.8G. That's coming up. Alright, let's start off with the price. You may or may not already know that Nikon 50mm 1.8G lens costs more than the Nikon 50mm 1.8D lens. And definitely if you take a closer look, there is a apparent size difference between both of these lenses. Like the 50mm 1.8G lens is a little bit bigger than the 1.8D lens. And the reason for that is the 1.8G lens has a silent wave autofocusing motor in it. And obviously this one, which is 50mm 1.8D, does not have an autofocusing motor inside the lens itself. Okay, so that's the reason why the 1.8D lens does not work on certain cameras, which are usually DX bodies. And I'll go ahead and show you guys in a minute. I have both DX and an FX bodies here, so I'll show that. But before that, I'll show the other major differences on the lens bodies. So if you take a closer look at these lenses side by side, you can see that 50mm 1.8G lens has a toggle switch for autofocusing and manual focusing. And you can also override the autofocusing using the manual focus ring on the 50mm 1.8G lens. But at the same time, the 50mm 1.8D does not have a toggle switch for manual and autofocusing. And also, what the 50mm 1.8D has is an aperture ring. So right now, if you take a look at the back end, you can see that there is the aperture ring. Where you can change the aperture size for the lens manually. So you can see that once you turn this aperture ring, you are changing the aperture size to whatever size from 2.8 to 22. So otherwise you'll be locking it on the 22 here or 2.8 here. So that is one major difference between these two lenses. The 1.8D have a manual aperture ring, and it doesn't have an autofocusing motor in it. And the 50mm 1.8G lens does not have an aperture ring, but it has an autofocusing motor inside the lens itself. So now we'll go ahead and see the 1.8D lenses on both a full frame camera body and a crop sensor body. Alright, now if you are in the market for buying one of these 50mm 1.8G lenses, you might have already gone through some review videos and demonstration videos in YouTube, and you are probably wondering why this lens works on some camera bodies and it doesn't work on some others. And if you're like me, you've already bought this lens and you put it on your camera and it doesn't work at all, like you have seen in YouTube videos. We'll see why that is. Okay, now I'm going to put this 1.8D lens on my crop sensor camera, which is in my case D5200. I'm going to put that on. Put the lens on this body here and turn the camera on. Oh, it's already on. Okay, and I press the shutter release button halfway through nothing's happening. The autofocusing is not there on this lens, but you can still take pictures, and you can do the focusing manually with the focus ring. And since this is a prime lens, fixed focal length, there is no zooming in or out. So we've seen that. Now I'm going to put the same lens on my full frame body, which is in my case it's D610. Now let's see what happens. Alright, now I've put the lens on my D610, which is a full frame camera, and when I press down the shutter release button halfway through, you can see that the autofocusing is working just fine. You can see that. Why is that? I'll show you why that is. Because the full frame camera bodies have, almost all of them have an autofocusing motor inside the body itself. And how can you make sure of that? Just take off the lens and take a closer look at the F mount or lens mount there, and you can see a handle or a lever, if you want to call it that way, which will turn the lens's ring, autofocusing ring, from the camera body. So how is that possible? If you take a closer look at the lens ring here, you can see there is a groove or a slot where the handle from the camera goes in and turns the autofocusing ring. So that's how it is possible that the 1.8D lens can work the autofocusing function with a full frame camera and not with the DX cameras. Why? Because if you take a closer look at this one, there is no such handle or lever on the DX body. So I really hope that I cleared that doubt for you. There are a lot of people I've seen in forums and places like that, people asking the same question again and again and again, but there is no video showing why that is like that. So I really hope that this helped you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this 1.8G lens on my DX body. Alright, now my 50mm 1.8G lens is on my 5200 camera, and if you can see, now you can see that it just works fine. Well, you cannot see it moving, but it has a silent wave motor, and also it doesn't, you cannot see that moving out from here, but it's working just fine. So if I press the shutter release button halfway through, and if I want to take a shot, it just works fine. Alright, I really hope this video helped you guys in understanding both these lenses better. And I'm not going to go compare this with the sharpness, bokeh and everything, because trust me guys, it's both of these lenses are really great for the price you pay for it, and it just function the same. I used to work with this Nikon 50mm 1.8D lens for a little while, but then I decided to go ahead and buy a 1.8G lens because, well, you can feel the cheapness on this lens. When you turn the focus ring and stuff like that, it feels a little wobbly to me, and I just don't like my gear to be like that. I just like all my gear, to be intact and ready to go and stuff like that. When you shake it, you can hear something shaking. Maybe it's the end of this lens part here. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like that. But it just works fine like the other G lens. So just because of that, I just decided to keep it aside just as a backup, and I decided to go ahead with the 1.8G lens. So anyways, whenever you hear the D with the lens, that means it doesn't have an autofocusing motor in it, and the G simply means that it has an autofocusing motor inside the lens. Same with, I have another lens here which is 35 to 70mm 2.8D lens. Nikon's doesn't make this anymore, but this is a really nice lens. Anyways, this is also a D lens, like I said, 35 to 70mm 2.8D lens. And since it has a D, that means it doesn't have an autofocusing motor inside the lens. So if I put this camera, well, this is made for a full sensor camera, so it wouldn't work as great as a full frame body on a DX, but if I ever have to put it on a DX body, it would not work. I mean, the autofocusing won't work. But at the same time, like I showed you guys before with the 1.8D lens, if I put this on my full frame camera, the autofocusing will just work fine. And I'm just reminding you guys, why is that? Because the FX body has a handle to drive the autofocusing ring, and this one, like same as the other one I showed you before, you can see that there is a groove or a slot for the handle to go in and drive it. So there you go. So I truly hope this video helped you in understanding the differences between both these, and generally speaking between the D and G lenses here. So yeah, make sure you guys share this video with your Facebook group or page or fan page or whatever you have, because there are a lot of people who are looking for this information. So I truly hope this video helped you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, by the way, make sure you subscribe, share, and you're welcome to check out my website, epicaperture.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.